And you saw the drama in the County Assembly of Kiambu in that story we were running. And right about now, I'm joined by Gideon Gachara, the majority leader in the County Assembly. But the question is, after Jubilee instituted the changes to the leadership in the County Assembly, are you still the majority leader?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I am still the majority leader.
All right.
Because after we were purportedly, ejected from the office, we were able to get a court order, which was even served yesterday. And today we made entry to the premises of the County Assembly.
All right.
And we resumed our position. And now you are talking to the real majority leader of Kiambu County Assembly.
All right. Is the orders of the court, and of course you can guide us because you're the ones who got this order, were it to the extent that the suspension by the Speaker of you people, 14 of you, from the Assembly, or did it also extend to the positions you were occupying previously?
Let me say this. When the process is bad, the product is also bad.
Okay.
The Speaker suspended the Assembly, and the drama which ensued happened after the suspension. And nobody, and I say nobody, can really suspend you when you are not in session, when you are not in plenary. The majority leader is the one who is supposed to write to the Speaker to convene for a special sitting. In this case, I was not consulted, and I never wrote to the Speaker to convene for the special special sitting. Furthermore, the business which should be carried in a special sitting is well enshrined in our standing order, that is number 40 and number 82. And whatever was conducted is not within that. So when the court order, revoked what happened, of course now it revoked in totality.
All right. I had your successor, the MC for Biashara Ward in Ruiru, saying there was something you did to the board or something. Is it possible then you are suspended under the clause of probably the Rules and Procedures Committee? Do you even have such a committee in the Assembly?
We do.
Okay.
And I don't have a successor. What we're having, what we're having in the Assembly is a head boy. In fact, people are joking. How can you be appointed as a head boy in the third term? The head of the third term. It's quite, funny. But you see, if somebody feel aggrieved and if a mistake is done within the precinct of the Assembly, we have what we call the Privilege Committee.
The Powers and Privileges Committee.
The Powers and the Privilege Committee. The committee should sit down, hear your case and make a recommendation, which should be discussed in the Assembly. In this case, I have not sat, or even the 14 member, we've not been invited, to sit in such committee. And the report has not even tabled in the County Assembly. So these are just mere theatrics which are being done by the Speaker. And it is quite unfortunate because he's doing this to hoodwink people and, try to hide the illegal, dealings which he has been doing in the Assembly.
Tell us a bit about those, the purported or the alleged illegal dealings that I'm talking about. What exactly is your problem with Speaker Stephen Dichu and this Simon Rugu, who is the county clerk?
He is actually an imposter because there's quite much which has been done by the Speaker. And to bring you to the speed, is that since we were elected, we've been having 4 cracks. We started with
and you have pictures of what was happening in the Assembly.
Yeah, yes, we started with John Motier. He was illegally seconded to the executive arm of the government. There came Joseph Igogo, who is an employee of the National Assembly. He was also ejected after a year. There came John Dirango. He was also ejected after a year. Rogo came. And after that is when now the secondment, erupted. And now Motier was supposed to resume to his position. But now he was denied entry to his position. And County Government Act Section 13, state clearly that there should be a clerk of the County Assembly who should be appointed by the board and approved by the County Assembly. We have not approved anybody. And we have not, the board in our regime has not appointed anybody. So the person who is duly, gazetted is John Motier. And why Disho is doing this is because, Mutia refused to, fall to his game of embezzlement. So he was a bit strict, and this is why, Speaker is not allowing Mutia to come back. But now, he is able to do that.
Does he have the powers to refuse Mutia to come back?
He doesn't have powers. He doesn't have powers, and that is why we are using all means. In fact, I have written to the controller of budget, and the controller of budget has also responded, requesting Disho to reply by 17th, which is on Friday.
On Friday. That detail was captured in our story that we ran tonight. The response by Margaret Nyakango, the controller of budget. But I'm just thinking, there's an escalation, Majority Leader. There's an escalation. That would paralyze operations of the County Assembly if by Friday Speaker Stephen Dicho doesn't communicate to the controller of budget.
We have to do things regally. Remember, an assembly is a creation of statutes.
Yes.
And we have to follow the law to the letter. Even if it's going to paralyze the assembly, we have to do things legally. But if he doesn't respond by 17th, on Monday, I'll seek the court interpretation so that it can allow Mutia to come back, so that members do not suffer.
All right.
Because what is by the look of all happenings, it is possible that members will not enjoy their Christmas properly. They will not have some money.
What are those chains about? They're chains with that one. What are those chains about?
To say the truth is that, the day we were there, it is after the speaker suspended the assembly. And we found the chains in his office. So I think he was, he wanted even to rock the assembly, with the chains. So what we did, we just removed the chains, myself and my whip. We just removed the chains from his office. So we, it's not normal for an office to have chains. That is why we asked. And after we asked, he drew a gun, on us. But, we were...
Yeah, there were reports that he drew a gun on you.
No, he did. He did. And that's quite criminal. That's quite criminal. Among many other criminal activities he has done.
All right.
The number plate he's using on his vehicle is not a legit number plate.
Tell me something. Listening to Elijah Njoroge, the said Majority Leader of the County Assembly, at least according to your party, the Jubilee Party, I heard him say they're also going to go to court because they can't imagine a situation where you have done what you did, allegedly causing chaos in the assembly, leading to the suspension of sittings, and then be allowed to come back just like that. They think there should be some disciplinary action taken against you before you're allowed into the assembly.
This country is governed by the rule of law. If you agree, you can go to court, and he is free, just like any other person, to go to the court. Let us meet in the court.
Let us meet in the court.
Yes. Some
time ago, you were a darling of your party. You remember when you spearheaded the impeachment of former Governor Ferdinand. So you were darling of your party. What would you tell your party now?
Not at all. Actually, I know I was elected, as the majority during that clamor for change. But I can tell you for sure, we've never been close to Tuju. He has never supported, me as the majority leader.
So you were never darling to your
party? Actually, he has been looking for this opportunity. That is why, even as the party, they have not accorded me a chance to defend myself.
Why has he been looking for that opportunity, this opportunity?
Because we had an encounter, and you see, me, I'm a straightforward person. And I witnessed, whatever was going on during that, clamor for change. And I noted a lot of underdealings, And even now, I can tell you for sure there is a lot of underhand dealings, which I don't support.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about underhand dealings, because there are those who say you are an appendage of Governor James Nyoro, yourself and the 14 MCAs, and probably why you are on opposite sides with Speaker Stephen Dicho is because you report to Governor Nyoro.
Can I tell you something?
Okay.
I was even elected before the Governor Nyoro assumed the office. So I assumed the office before he assumed his. But my role as a leader of government business is to prosecute all the businesses, and I am proud to report that under my tenure, no single business, I have not lost any motion, government motion. But again, sometime back, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, Speaker Disho declared, and it is in public domain, a war between Assembly and the governor. But I also demystified that. I said, if there is a problem, it is between Nyoro and Disho, not the Assembly.
All right.
But because he wanted, to use the Assembly as his shield, I refused, and that is why you can see he's not happy with me.
All right.
I'm not the type of person who is, manipulated by anybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you wind up, Majority Leader, very quickly, in terms of moving forward, because this is a crisis, if the controller of budget heeds to your request, it paralyzes the operations of the county assembly in one way or another. If it extends then to January, when you guys resume from recess,
Actually, February.
when you resume from recess, it means then even the operations of the county government, to an extent, have been paralyzed. How do you end this stalemate?
The solution is there. Bring back the legitimate clerk of the county assembly.
Who is Mutie?
Who is Mutie?
According to you?
Yeah. It is as simple as that. He has not been sacked.
All right.
Bring back John Mutie.
Okay.
And you had the stalemate.
All right.
Yes.
Majority Leader in the Kiambu County Assembly, obviously under a court order. He has been the Majority Leader, and courtesy of a court order they were given, resumes as Majority Leader, speaking to us about the crisis in Kiambu County. And one can only hope, particularly for the residents of Kiambu, that this crisis ends. And according to the insistence of Gachara, is that Mutie must come back and Rugu must go. That's it?
Sure.
So we conclude Extra Mile tonight. Caroline Janga is up next with business.